Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the iBasingo Boundless Voyage Titanium Canteen Mess Kit. Alright everybody, welcome back. So now most of the titanium stuff that I've seen, especially when I first started getting into preparedness and building a very lightweight bug out bag, was way out of my price range. I mean, we're talking into the hundreds of dollars. The only other mess kit, military style kind of, this shape mess kit is about $125, and it comes with a canteen in it. Well, I figure, there's a lot of people out there who might be getting started in prepping, or might want a small cook kit for, say, inside their house. During emergencies, when you're cooking your emergency food, when you're boiling your water, whatever. If you don't have a gas stove, you got an electric, you got to find another way to cook. So something like this came to mind. These run about $49.98, so you figure $50. And they're very, very cool. I've been going over this one for a few days now. I've been meaning to test this one, and I have not used this at all. This is my first time. We're going to be cooking in it today. It's my first time using it. But this is a really neat kind of system. And I figured I have canteens. If I ever want to use this with a canteen, why on earth would I bother, spending a ton more money for a titanium canteen when I already got a ton of these little plastic ones? Now, a word on the canteens. If you let me get the stuff out of here. Okay, it's out. If you have the Pathfinder canteen set, that will not fit in here. But any of your other plastic canteens similar to this will fit right in there pretty well. And it fits in there pretty tight. You can snug it in there good, and it's not going anywhere, The bottom piece is just that extra pan coming off. So it fits in there fairly well, and this is full of water. This is actually, I had to take some stuff out of my my scooter kit to do this today. But that's the kit right there. So you got two pans here, and I did just wash it. I always wash stuff when I get it new. You've got a little 300 milliliter titanium pan, I guess you could say, and a 600 milliliter titanium pot. And these are marked on the sides, 2, 4, and 600 milliliters. And 150 and 300. You'll notice these odd little attachments on the side. I'm going to show you what that's for in a minute. But as you can tell, that's your kit right there. It is super, super lightweight. The total size is 5.3 inches by 3.3 inches by 4 inches in height. It weighs 212 grams or 7.5 ounces. That's the whole kit together. Okay? This is about, alone, 4.7 inches by 3.8. And this one is about 5 inches by 3 by 2. So it's not overly obnoxious, but it's got a decent sized, larger capacity for cooking 2 meals at once. A good example of this is, when you're solo camping and you want to cook your oatmeal and have a cup of coffee, but you don't want them in the same pot. So you can do that with this if you're cooking over coals or something. What we're going to do today is make 2 different things that I want to eat together, but I don't want to cook together. And we're going to be using my little titanium stove for that over here, this little guy here, and we're going to make the whole kit as lightweight as possible. So what I was thinking about too is, will all the stuff that fits in my scooter kit and my other titanium pot here fit in this one? And being that this all just nests in there, I can just pop it in there. I want to take a look and see. So there's my little titanium stove, and these are the cross members on it. That goes flat in there. Here's my little Zippo emergency fire kit. I want to put this in first. There. Emergency fire kit in there. There we go. And I did have a little scrubby in there in case I needed to scrub out the pans. And there you go. Fits right in there. Now this does come with a stuff sack. And I will show you that here. So it fits nicely in there. Just your general run-of-the-mill. Nothing, overly unique and different. It's pretty much all the same. So if you did want to carry this as a small lightweight kit, you really could without too much trouble. And with the Luxada titanium stove in there, again, it makes it for a very, very ultra lightweight kit. So if you're looking for a titanium cook set at a decent price, as around $50 as opposed to $100 to $130, this one could be a possible winner for you. Now we're going to try this with, let me dig it out here. The big pot is going to cook, of course, some ramen noodles. And the little pot is going to warm up some of this buffalo-style chicken. And this comes from my homemade MREs. This kind of a kit comes from that. This is some of the overflow of stuff that I bought that I haven't packed up yet. So we're going to try that. Now, let's get into the side pieces here that I showed you. I thought these were kind of interesting. Let me move that out of the way here. You'll notice on both of these, they have these little attachments. I'll bring you up close so you can take a look. On each side, they're very well attached on there, so I'm not worried about those coming off. Let me show you how that works. This will come with this, which is baling wire. Okay? This is a way to hook this up and cook over a fire. Let me undo that. As I said, I have not used this kit yet, so we're giving it its first outing. So you're going to undo that. You got a little loop on top that you can attach to anything. You're going to take these two pieces here. Okay? Let's see how difficult this is. Can I do it with one hand? I better use two. There's one side. And let's connect it on the other. There we go. Snap that right into place. And as you can tell, that is nice, stable, secure, steady. Let me lift you up and show you what we're looking at here. Okay? So you got a little bit of decent length there. You could set up a tripod of some kind. You could cook over an open fire very, very easily with that. And the same goes for the little pan as well. You still have those connectors on both sides. So it's definitely a neat little system. So, with all that said, and with all the information you got on these so far, I am going to try warming up and cooking some food using that little titanium stove. So let me set that up for you, and we'll bring you back. All right, so first order of business is to light the stove. And while I wait for that to bloom, there we go. I will get some water in here. Now I'm going to just kind of guesstimate and toss that in there and say, yeah, that needs to be about 3/4 of the way up. So I'll fill it to about 500 milliliters, and we'll see if that'll work. There we go, a little bit over. And I'm going to put this in here. And while we wait for that to bloom and get perfect, it's starting to come out of the top holes, I can see. It's hard to see it on camera, I'm sure, but I can see it going. We're just going to take this here and drop it in there. And try not to spill all the noodles everywhere. There we go. Now I'm going to take these back pieces here, your little pot holders, and I'm just going to put it on. And I'll bring you back once that's boiling and done. And then we'll show you warming up the chicken in that. And then we can enjoy it in two different dishes instead of all piled in the same thing. We're not anywhere near boiling yet, but I just wanted to show you how well that stove is working. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. That thing is just going away. Anyway, just wanted to show you what the stove looked like while it was working. Yeah, that's definitely done. Let's move him off there. I hate waiting for the camera to start up while I'm trying to finish something. So we're just going to cover that, let that sit for a bit, and wipe up my water spill. And I'm going to fill this up now with this. And remember, with this we're not cooking anything, we're just heating it up. So it shouldn't take all that long to do. And this is just some chicken from Starkist. These are the little chicken creations. There's one. And we'll get the other one open and put it on there, and we'll warm it up, and then we'll try eating out of these and see how well they work. All right, so I'm going to put this on now. Let that warm up. This won't take very long. It's already sizzling. So we're just trying to heat this up here. And the idea is you can have two separate meals, or one meal, with two separate courses and two separate things. If I were to make some instant coffee over here right now, that would be really easy to do. Just making it here and then moving it over to when I wanted to drink out of it. Another nice thing about this, although some people see it as a downside, is these do cool down very quickly. Like this now, I can pick up, and it's only been under a minute since I stopped the video. So, I'm also letting this kind of burn to the sides a little bit because I want to see how easy this is to clean up. But I believe that's probably more than warm enough. So I'm going to finish heating this up and drain the water off the soup, put my spice pack in there, and give you my final thoughts on what I think of this kit. Alright, so there you go. It's all finished up. I have my soup going in there, drained out a little bit of the water, so that came out perfect. Got the chicken in there, and I did want to see if I could burn the sides a little bit with that chicken. Not to damage the pot, but to see if I can get it off easily. See where it's kind of scored up there. And let's try out the chicken. Yep. There's a nice, simple way to cook a meal. Super lightweight. Really easy to carry. Hardly weighs anything. Your biggest weight on this is going to be your alcohol. You know, your fuel for the alcohol stove, which is back here. And I'll show you. I filled it up to two fluid ounces. It is just under the 1 fluid ounce, so that is pretty efficient. And easy way to cook, and a great little cook kit for doing 2 different types of foods. Again, you got the baling wire here, so you can hang this up over a fire. But if your interest is really low-key, quiet, unobtrusive cooking, say in a bug-out situation or emergency or disaster where you don't want everybody in the world to know you're cooking a meal, this kind of a kit is awesome, really simple to use. So I'm going to eat this up. I'm going to clean up the pans. I'm going to show you what they look like after they've been cleaned. All right, so I ate lunch, wiped the stuff down. I let it sit in there for a while, too, to kind of get sticky. And literally a little bit of hot water, a little bit of a wipe down with a paper towel, and absolutely nothing stuck to it. You remember the sides here were all covered in burn marks. I do have a little piece of something in there, but that came out. Sides were all covered in kind of scorch marks from the chicken and the sauce. No burns, no nothing. So these are awesome for cleanup, easy cleanup. I'm not sure if there's some kind of coating on these. They didn't say there are, but it seems to clean up easier than, say, most titanium stuff when it burns. I have a Luxottica titanium pan that when it burns, you got to really scrub it. This thing just literally wiped right out. Same goes for the Canteen cup. Really easy. It always trips me out how light, you know, I'm so used to picking up a normal size Canteen cup, and when I pick this up, I give it the right force. But it's super light, super easy to clean up, and a really cool little kit. And you know, you got your baling wire here for hanging up. I really like that feature. And the lid, the only thing I wish is that there was a spot in the lid that now it's going to do it. It's going to stay up on top. When it warmed up, it wouldn't stay. It kept flopping over either way. I wish there was a way to make it kind of stand up a little more efficiently. Once it started boiling, that went right over. So other than that, I really don't have any complaints with it. It's a neat kit for $50. If you're looking to cut down the weight on some of your gear, titanium is a way to go. There are pluses and minuses with titanium. It doesn't hold heat as well. I personally, especially with a bug-out bag, lightweight cooking on the fly, like the fact that it doesn't hold heat. If I'm done eating and I've wiped this stuff out in the creek and I got to hit the road quick because I don't want to sit there and wait for it to cool off forever, I can do that with this. I can pick it up from the fire or from a thing, and it doesn't burn my fingers. So I like the fact that it doesn't retain the heat, although some people may not like that. It's all personal preference. But a pretty neat kit. So that is the iBasingo Boundless Voyage Titanium Canteen Mess Kit. And as I said, if you watch this all the way to the end, they will fit a plastic canteen pretty simply. They won't fit the Pathfinder canteen. Those are the two I have to compare, and I know that. So other than that, that's all I can tell you on that for the canteens. But if you're looking for a titanium cook set for a decent price, you like the Canteen kit and the way it's set up, you can't go wrong with that. That's pretty darn good. So I will put a link down below to my Amazon affiliate store if you're interested in picking one of these up. If not, just click the link and shop as you normally would down on our Amazon affiliate store down below. Don't forget to check out our Food for Patriots link as well. That is preparewithiridium.com. We have a lot of interesting situations coming up on the horizon, and a possible trucker strike as well, although I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it's been rumored. So now is a good time to stock up on some serious survival food. And Food for Patriots, I particularly love them because they're a set and forget type situation. If you're not into prepping and you don't want to spend all your time setting it up, you just order from them, get your 2-week or 4-week kit, and the 4-week kit's $100 off. Put it away somewhere in its storage container, and you're good to go. Just add water. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.